Today concept to test development. Today concept to test development. Test development. In this test development, first concept use case concept. Test development. Today first concept use case document. What is use case? Use case document prepared by business analyst. Use case document prepared by business analyst. Use case document prepared by business analyst. Test plan document prepared by test lead. Use case document prepared by business analyst. Business analyst. Based on the customer requirements only, he will prepare the use case document. Based on the FRS, he will prepare the use case document. Based on FRS, he will prepare the use case document. Wherever you go, after getting job, each and every software company, first they will give you FRS document as well as use case document also. FRS as well as use case document also. If you get only use case document, if you get only FRS document, you can't understand the requirements very clearly. After getting the use case document only, we can
What is use
understand the
case document, sir?
requirements very clearly.
What is use case document? Can you repeat again?
Use case document, no, definition I will not, I will tell you later. So what is
Okay.
use case? I will tell you later. Use case document prepared by business analyst. Use case
Okay.
document prepared by business analyst. So based on FRS, he will prepare the use case document. Based on FRS, he will prepare the use case document. If you get only FRS means customer requirements. If you get only customer requirements, you can't understand the requirements very clearly. After getting the use case document only, we can understand the requirements very clearly. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, use case document prepared by business analyst. This is not our task, but using use case, we can understand the requirements very clearly. What is that use case we will discuss today? So use case document prepared by business analyst. FRS document prepared by customer. Customer, he will give the customer requirements. Based on customer requirements, we will prepare the use case document. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Right. What is use case? What is use case? We will discuss now. So this is the application. This is the application. So customer requirement is add button should work fine. This is the customer requirement. Add button should work fine. Add button should work fine. That is the customer requirement. Based on this requirement, business analyst, you will write use case like just take 10 in the place of value 1, in the place of value 1. Just take 10 in the place of value 1. Just take 20 in the place of value 2. If you click on add button, if you click on add button, result must be 30. So just
Okay.
take 10 in the place of value 1, just take 20 in the place of value 2. If you click on add button, result must be 30. So customer said only simply one line, add button should work fine. So based on that
Okay.
requirement, business analyst he wrote use case like just take 10 in the place of value 1, just take 20 in the place of value 2. If you click on add button, result must be 30. So then what we need to do, just we will take 10 in the place of value 1, we will take 20 in the place of value 2. So if I click on add button, result is 30 is coming or not. We will check. If it is 30 is showing, yes, this add button is properly working. If it is not showing 30, add button is not working fine. So just we can decide simply. That means he can give the steps. He can give the steps what we need to do. What we need to do.
Okay.
He will explain clearly. That is use case document. So that means
Okay.
simply we can say what is use case definition. If at all any user means the actor. User means actor. If you do any actions, what is the response coming? Everything response coming, he will describe in the use case document. Okay. If at all any
Okay.
user means actor, if you do any actions, what is the response coming, he will describe in the use case document. So
Okay.
actor, if you do any action, what is the response coming? So just he will explain clearly each and every step. He will explain very clearly. Just to take 10 in the place of value 1, just to take 20 in the place of value 2. If we click on add button, result must be 30. So just we will take 10 in the place of value 1, we will take 20 in the place of value 2. So if you after click on add button, 30 is coming or not, we will check. So it's very easy. Our work will be very easy. After getting use case document, we can understand the requirement very clearly. That is use
Okay.
case document. Use case document prepared by business analyst. Okay. If you want to prepare use case document, we need four things. If you want to prepare use case document, we need four things. We need four things. First one, screenshot. Second one, FRS. FRS means functional requirement specification. So these requirements we can call another name, explicit requirements. Explicit requirements. Next, special requirements. This special requirements given by business analyst. These requirements we can call implicit requirements. So FRS given by customer, the requirements is called explicit requirements. Special requirements, the requirements is called implicit requirements. Implicit requirements. Implicit requirements. And the fourth one, use case document. Use case document. So if you have these four things, we can prepare the use case document. So if you want to prepare the use case document, we need four things: screenshot, FRS, special requirements, and use case document. If you have these four things, we can prepare the use case document. So,
Oh,
so we will discuss now use case document. Very, very important. Today I will tell you customer requirements and use case document. Tomorrow I will teach you test case document. So based on today requirements, we will write the test cases tomorrow. So compulsory you should concentrate on these requirements.
okay.
Customer want this application. Customer want this application. This type of application he want. He is telling requirements. He is telling requirements. That is the screenshot. Okay, screenshot is over. Second one is FRS, functional requirement specification.
అంటే స్క్రీన్ షాట్ ఇదేనా సార్? ఇట్లా ఇట్లా ఉండాలి అని ఇస్తాడా ముందే?
Yes, customer is saying he is giving this screenshot.
ఓకే.
So based on this screenshot, he will tell requirements. So this is
ఓకే.
FRS. FRS means customer requirement specification given by customer. We can say explicit requirements also. Explicit. So first requirement. Whenever invoke the login screen, whenever invoke the login screen, whenever invoke the login screen should contain username, comma password, comma connect to fields, comma login, comma login, comma clear, comma cancel buttons. Whenever invoke the login screen should contain username, password, connect to fields, login, clear, cancel buttons.
ఓకే.
Second requirement. Connect to is not a mandatory field. Whenever user requires, he can select a desired database option. Connected to is not a mandatory field. Whenever user requires, he can select a desired database option. Third one. After entering username comma password, if we click on add button, corresponding page must be displayed. Corresponding page must be displayed. Concentrate.
Click on add button.
Sorry, login button. Shabash. Login button. Corresponding page must be displayed. Corresponding page must be displayed. Right, fourth requirement. After click on cancel button, after click on clear button, all the fields must be cleared and cursor must be placed in username field. After click on clear button, all the fields must be cleared and cursor should be placed in username field.
సార్ ఎఫ్ఆర్ఎస్ ఇంత క్లియర్ గా ఉంటుందా సార్ మామూలుగా
This
కూడా?
is a small application. That's the reason it will be very easy. Sample.
మామూలుగా కూడా స్మాల్ అప్లికేషన్ అంటే దానికి తగినట్లు ఉంటది. సో పెద్దదైనా ఇంత క్లియర్ గా ఉంటుందా?
Yes, it will clearly business analyst he will write very clear manner.
ఓకే.
After click on cancel button, application must be closed. Application must be closed. Okay. This requirements given by customer. If it is anyone not understanding, just please raise. Okay. It is very easy. Next, special requirements. This requirements given by special requirements given by
బిజినెస్ అనలిస్ట్.
business analyst. Implicit requirements. First requirement.
సో ఎఫ్ఆర్ఎస్ కూడా బిజినెస్ అనలిస్టే రాస్తాడు, కింద స్పెషల్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ కూడా బిజినెస్ అనలిస్టే ఇస్తాడు.
Yes, actually the FRS document given by customer is saying the requirements, so he will write very clear manner. Okay, that is given by customer only.
స్క్రీన్ షాట్ ఇస్తాడు కదా కస్టమర్, ఎఫ్ఆర్ఎస్ మాత్రము బిజినెస్ అనలిస్టే రాస్తాడు.
No. FRS also given by customer only.
ఓ, ఇప్పుడు మీరు పైన 5 పాయింట్స్ ఇలాగే కస్టమర్ ఇస్తాడా?
Customer. The requirement given by customer. FRS means customer requirements. Special requirements means business analyst will add some more requirements for look and feel purpose. Whenever invoke the login screen, login comma clear must be disabled.
Okay.
Why is saying login and clear must be disabled?
Because we have not entered any field, so
right.
Unless you entered any field, should be.
We are not entering any data into any of the fields, so if it is enabled or disabled, no issues. So cancel always enable. Why is saying?
Cancel always enabled. What do you mean by that?
Enable means just here observe carefully in the application cancel enabled, login and clear must be login and clear disabled. Observe carefully in the application screenshot.
Yeah, cancel click చేస్తే మొత్తం అప్లికేషన్ క్లోజ్ అయిపోతది. So you need not enter any fields for clicking on the cancel.
Why is saying cancel always enabled?
That's what, sir. If you want to close the application without even entering any fields, you just need to click on and cancel, right?
Yes,
So you don't
at
need to
any
enter
point
any
of
field
time.
for
At
that.
any point of time, we can close the application. That's the reason
Close
he's
the
saying.
application.
Ah,
Yeah.
after entering any data into any of the field,
Login and clear will be enabled.
after entering any data into any of the field, clear button must be enabled.
Okay.
Fourth, after entering username, comma, password, then only login must be enabled. After entering username, password, then only login must be enabled. The tabbing order must be username, comma, password, comma, connect to, comma, login, comma, clear, comma, cancel buttons. The tabbing order must be username, password, connect to, login, clear, cancel buttons. So this requirement is given by business analyst.
So can you please mention after the FRS it's by customer and after special requirements it is by business analyst only.
Yes, this requirement is given by customer. This requirement is given by business analyst. Business analyst.
Okay.
Next, use case template. Fourth thing, use case template. We have screenshot and FRS as well as special requirements.
Special requirements.
Name of the use case. Login use case. Brief description of use case. It will describe all the functionalities. Actors involved. So there are two types of users. If it is any application, there are two types of users. One is normal user. If he normal user, if he enter username and password, home page must be displayed. And if it is any application, there are another user that username is admin user. If we enter username and password, it will open admin page. Requirements. There are two types of requirements. One is one is explicit. Explicit means FRS. Implicit means business analyst. Special requirements. Implicit. Preconditions. Preconditions. Developed application. Developed precondition. Developed application must be available. Developed application must be available. Preconditions. Developed application must be available. Post condition. If it is correct username, correct password, correct username, comma, correct password, home or admin page. Home or admin page. Next, wrong username, wrong password. Error message must be displayed. Error message must be displayed. Yes. Flow of events.
అది యూస్ కేస్ టెంప్లెట్ ఏంటో అర్థం కావట్లేదు.
Just right. I will explain you. Wait. Flow of events.
ఓకే ఓకే.
Main flow. So in the main flow, the action, response. Action, response. Right. In the use case template, name of the use case. Just only use case template means go. This is the use case template. Name action. Sorry, action response. This is the template. After performing the action, what response we are getting, we will write here. So the business analyst will write here. Okay, the action he will write and the response also, so he will write here. Okay, just we need to understand, we need to study this action and the response only.
అంటే ఈ యూస్ కేస్ టెంప్లెట్ కూడా బిజినెస్ అనలిస్టే ఇస్తాడా?
Yes.
అక్కడ రాయండి సార్ బిజినెస్ అనలిస్ట్ అని.
Use case document prepared by business analyst. Already I told you na.
ఈ నేమ్స్ లైక్ స్పెషల్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ విన్నప్పుడు ఓకే, దెన్ అగైన్ యూ గెట్ సో కన్ఫ్యూజ్డ్.
Business analyst. Right. Name of the use case. Use case name is login use case. Brief description of use case. What is the use case used? It will describe all the functionalities. It will describe all the functionalities. Actors involved. If it is any application.
యాక్టర్స్ అంటే ఏంటి సార్? యాక్టర్స్ అంటే
users.
Okay.
Users. If it is any application, there are two types of users. One is normal user, other one is admin user. If it is normal user, if you enter username and password, it will open a home page. If it is admin user, if you enter username and password, it will open admin page.
Okay.
Requirements. There are two types of requirements. One is explicit requirements. The second one is implicit requirements. Preconditions. Preconditions means compulsory. Compulsory. Precondition ante compulsory. Okay, we should have. What is that? Developed application compulsory should available in testing department. Developed application must be available in the testing department. Post conditions. If you enter correct username, correct password, home or admin page. If you enter wrong username, wrong password, error message must be displayed. Okay.
Okay.
Read it 1 minute. I will tell the action. You need to tell response.
Sir, what do you mean by preconditions? Line ఒకసారి చెప్పరా?
Precondition before what we need to have before test the application. What we need develop.
ఓకే, సో ఆల్రెడీ అప్లికేషన్ ఉండి దాన్ని చేస్తాం కాబట్టి అప్లికేషన్ ఉండాలి రెడీగా.
Based on the customer requirements, application is working or not. How we know without application? If it is screenshot, it will not show you na screenshot. It will not behave So we need that application. We need developed application. We need developed application. That is preconditions. Post conditions.
Okay.
After performing the action, what we need to get. So if it is wrong username, wrong password, error message. Right username, right password. Omar admin page.
Okay. Yeah, అర్థమైంది. Yeah, got it, sir.
Right. Now I will tell you action. I will tell you response. You should tell.
Okay.
Actor invoke the application.
Invoke the application, so you need to get the username, password, connect to and fields and all.
Actor invoke the application. I'm writing here.
You need to get all the fields which are there in the application.
Actor invoke the application.
Sir, ఈ టెంప్లెట్ అంటే కింద ఈ చార్ట్ కూడా బిజినెస్ అనలిస్ట్ ఇస్తాడా?
Everything, madam. This document prepared by business analyst. Just we will study this document only.
Okay.
Actor invoke the application. What is the response?
You need to get all the fields,
Whenever
username,
invoke the
password,
login
connected.
screen, first requirement, whenever invoke the login screen, whenever invoke the login screen, this is the use case template. Whenever invoke the login screen login screen should contain,
Password.
should contain username, comma, password, comma, connect to fields, comma, login, clear, cancel button, login, comma, clear, comma, cancel buttons. So like we can write, okay? Actor
Okay.
invoke the application. Whenever invoke the login screen should contain username, password, connect to fields, so login, clear, cancel buttons. Next, I will ask you, actor click on clear button. What is the response?
Click on ఏం ఫీల్డ్స్ ఏం ఎంటర్ చేయలేదు కదా సో క్లియర్ అసలు
Ah,
ఎనేబుల్ డిజేబుల్ లో
right,
ఉంటుంది.
right. Actor enters some data into the value one, value two, and you click on, sorry, yeah, actor enters some data into username, some data into password field, and click on clear button.
So all the data will be cleared and the cursor will go back to the starting position of username field.
Yes. Whenever you click on clear button, all the fields must be cleared and cursor should be placed in the username field. Okay.
Yeah.
Actor enters invalid username,
Okay.
valid password, click on login button.
It should show the error message.
Actor enters invalid username, invalid password, click on login button.
It shouldn't log in. It should show the error message, right?
Yes. Actor enters only username. He is checking for the enabled property of login button. Actor enters
No,
valid
it shouldn't
username.
get enabled. It shouldn't be enabled.
He shouldn't be enabled. Why?
Yeah. Because you need to have the username and password, both the fields for the login button to
Right.
be
After
enabled.
entering username and password, then only login button must be enabled. Okay, right. Actor enters only password is enabled property of clear button.
Yeah, it should be enabled.
Enabled. Why? Because
Yeah.
after entering any data into any of the field, clear button must be enabled. That is already business analyst gave the requirement, right?
Yeah.
Actor enters valid username, valid password, and he is selecting database option and click on login button.
So మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేయండి.
Actor enters valid username, valid password,
Mm-hmm.
and he is selecting database connected to option
Mm-hmm.
and click on login button.
Yeah, it should be log into the next page, home page.
Based on the database, it will connect to database and it will go to next page.
Yeah.
After click on cancel button.
So the application will be closed.
Mm, the tapping order
Tapping order?
must be.
Tapping order must be as shown in the screenshot like username, password, connect to, and login clear and cancel button.
Yes, that is the concept use case document. Okay.
Okay.
First of
సో
all,
ఇదే మొత్తం టెస్టింగ్ లా ఉంది ఇంకా ఆడే మొత్తం టెస్టింగ్ చార్ట్ అంతా ఇచ్చినాక ఇంకా మనం టెస్ట్ చేసేది ఏముంది నాకు అర్థం
just
కాదు.
we can understand the requirement using this use case document. We can understand the requirements very clearly. After that, we can write test cases. There is relation between
Okay.
use cases and test cases. If you understand the use cases, simply you can write the test cases. So that's the reason.
Okay.
So if it is whenever you are working with any real-time application, that requirements and application, it will be this much easy. So
Okay.
somewhat hard. Okay, that's the reason he will
Okay.
prepare use case document. If it is this type of
Okay.
application, even fourth class kid also he can test and he can write the test cases.
Yeah.
So it will be somewhat hard, but this is the
Yeah.
use case template. Use case concept is over. Just
Okay.
read 10 times. Okay, tomorrow we can discuss test cases on this same application.
Okay.
Okay, how is it use case document?
Yeah, it's easy. As you said, maybe this is a small application, but it's clearly explained by business analysts. So Though it might be hard to understand, it will be easy to implement after you understand
Yeah,
it.
after getting the FRS document, only if you get only FRS document, we can't understand the requirements very clearly. After getting the use
Yeah.
case document only, we can understand the requirements very clearly. Why? Because he will prepare steps wise what we need to do. He will explain very clear manner. So simply we can do work. That's the reason testing job is very easy. Why it's very easy? So all the documents. So up to now, so we didn't do anything. So test plan document prepared to test lead and use case document prepared by business analyst. Okay, tomorrow test case document prepared by test engineer. That's our task. That's our job. That's our life.
సార్ ఈ రోజే చెప్పేసేయండి అది కూడా.
Test cases, you feel confused. You feel
No,
confused.
sir, because again tomorrow Avnish will be there and I have a good time today, so.
Okay, right. I will teach you test cases also, but don't feel confused. Okay.
No, no,
Yes.
no.
Test cases. There are two types of test cases. Test cases. Today concept to test cases. Next concept to test cases. There are two types of test cases.
టెస్ట్ కేసెస్ అంటే దాన్ని బట్టి బేస్ చేసుకొని మనం
Yes.
రాయాల్సినవి.
Yes. There are two
Yeah.
types of test cases. One is GUI test cases. GUI. GUI means graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. Second one is functional test cases. Functional test cases further divided in two types. One is positive. Second one is negative. One is positive. Second one is negative. So first of all, we will discuss GUI test cases. There are two types. One is GUI. Second one is functional. Functional test cases further divided into two types: positive and negative. So first GUI test cases. If you want to write GUI test cases, already GUI test cases other name is static test cases. If you want to write a static test cases, already I told you some guidelines. What do you mean by static testing? Without performing any actions on the application, we can write the test cases. Then the type of test cases is known as static test cases. GUI
Okay.
test cases, or we can say static test cases also. Without performing any actions on the application, we can write the test cases. Then the type of test cases is known as GUI test cases or static test cases. GUI test cases or static test cases. So now tell me, already I told you guidelines. Without performing any actions on the application, we can test the application. Then the type of test cases is known as GUI test cases. What are the guidelines? Tell me, madam.
దేని గైడ్ లైన్ సార్?
Without performing any actions on the application, we can write the test cases.
Look and feel, color, the font and all.
First one, availability. Second one is alignment and spelling and grammar mistakes. Consistency and color. So using these five guidelines, we can write the test cases. The type of test cases is known as GUI test cases. Availability based, alignment based, spelling and grammar mistakes, consistency and color. So if it is any application, minimum we can write this five type of test cases. Availability based, alignment based, spelling, consistency and color. So without performing any actions on the application, we can write the test cases. Then the type of test cases is known as GUI test cases. Okay. Next, functional test cases. Functional test cases means compulsory we need to perform some actions on the functionality. Then only we
సార్
can
ఒక్క
say.
నిమిషం లైన్ లో ఉంటారా? హలో, మమ్మీ. లేదు లేదు చేయలేదు, నేను క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నా, మళ్ళీ కాల్ చేస్తా. హలో. యా సార్.
Without performing
Correct.
any actions on the application, we can write the test cases. Then the type of test cases is known as static test cases. Next, functional test cases. Functional test cases further divided in two types: positive test cases and negative test cases. What is positive test cases? What is negative test cases? We will discuss.
Okay.
Functional test cases means compulsory we need to perform some actions on the functionality. Then only we can say that functionality is properly working or not. The type of test cases is known as functional test cases. So we have one username field. This username field should take minimum 4 characters, maximum 12 characters. This username field should take minimum 4 characters, maximum 12 characters. This username field should take minimum 4 characters, maximum 12 characters. So
Characters.
so 4 to 12 in between values is called valid inputs. 4 to 12 character in between 4 to 12 between characters is called valid inputs. 4 to 12 in between values is called valid inputs. With the help of valid inputs, if you do testing, that is called positive testing. With the help of valid inputs, if you do testing, that is called positive testing.
Okay.
Other than 4 to 12 characters like 3 characters, 13
Or
characters,
13. Yeah.
14 characters, 15 characters, these are the invalid inputs. With the help of
Mhm.
invalid inputs, if you do testing, that is called negative testing.
Okay.
With the help of invalid inputs, if you do testing, that is called negative testing. So here we will do positive testing as well as negative testing. So these are the invalid inputs. With the help of invalid inputs, if you do testing, that is called negative testing. A test engineer should have negative mindset of, then only will become a good test engineer. So
Mm.
compulsory we should take minimum any invalid input. Single minimum we should take any minimum invalid input. Then only we can get more defects. So
Okay.
negative testing also very important for test engineer. So
Okay.
positively, developers whenever developing the application, the developers always they will think positively only. Whenever you are
Okay.
taking a negative values, then only you can get more defects.
Okay.
So right, based on these three types, GUI, positive and negative, we will write the test cases.
Okay.
Right, test case template. Test case ID, test case type, test case description, expired value, actual value, result. Test case ID, test case type, test case description, expired value, actual value, result. This is the test case template. Test case ID, for example, 1. Test case type, positive test case. Test case description. Click on clear. Click on clear. What action we are performing, we will write here. What
Okay.
action we are performing, we will write in the test case description. After performing the action, what is customer expecting, we will write here. All the fields must be cleared. All the fields must be cleared and cursor must be placed in the must be placed in the username field. Actual value. Whenever developer application came into testing area, whatever we are getting, we will write here. Expected value is nothing but customer requirement, madam. CR and
Okay.
customer requirement.
Okay.
Actual value, whenever developed application came into testing area, so this description action we will perform the application. Whatever we are getting, we will write here.
Okay.
That is actual value. Developer developed application came into testing area. That time this description action we will perform on this application. Whatever we are getting, we will write in the actual value column.
Okay.
Next, we will compare the expected value with the actual value. If it is both are same, we can give the status pass.
Okay.
Otherwise, we can give the status fail.
Okay.
Okay. We will
సార్
compare
ఇక్కడ
the.
క్లిక్ ఆన్ క్లియర్ అని ఇచ్చాడు కదా నీకు
Yes.
వాల్యూ ఎంటర్ చేశాక క్లిక్ ఆన్ క్లియరా లేకపోతే ఊరికే
Yes.
క్లియరా?
After entering some data into value one, sorry, username and password, and click on clear. For example.
ఓకే. సో నువ్వు అది కూడా అంటే 2 కేసెస్ లో రాయొచ్చు కదా. అది నువ్వు డేటా ఎంటర్ చేసి క్లియర్ చేస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది, డేటా ఎంటర్ చేయకుండా క్లియర్ చేస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది?
Without data, there is no clear button is must be disabled.
ఓకే. సో అది కూడా టెస్ట్ చేయాలి కదా.
Yes, compulsory we need to test. For example, I wrote for example.
యా.
So test case description means what action we are performing, we will write in the test case description. Expected value, after performing that action, what is customer expecting, we will write in the expected value. Actual value, developed application came into testing area. What the description action we will perform, whatever we are getting, we will write in the actual value. Next, we will compare the expected value with the actual value. If it is both are same, we can give status pass. Otherwise, we can give status fail.
ఓకే.
Okay, we can compare the expected value with actual value. If it is both are same, we can give pass. Otherwise, we can give the status fail.
ఓకే.
Okay, that is the concept to test case template. So this test case template I will show you. Each and everything will be there in the notes. Yes, test case ID, test case type, test case description, what action we are performing, we will write here. Expected value is nothing but customer requirement. Actual value is nothing but response. Result, if it is both are same, we can give status pass. Otherwise, we can give the status fail.
Okay.
Right. So first, so this is a small application, madam. So first test case, GUI test case, check for the availability of all the object as per the login object tab. Check for the availability of all the object as per the login object tab. So if I not writing login object tab, then I should write like check for the availability of username text box, password text box, connect to combo box, login button, clear button, cancel button. If I write like this here, so it will be lengthy, right?
Yeah.
So that's the name I gave one name login object tab. So if it is small 6 buttons only, okay, I can mention here. If it is the application having 100 buttons, if you mention 100 buttons here, so it is not very good. So the test case should be like it should be short, and it should be meaningful, and it should be simple.
Okay.
That the test case be like simple and meaningful and short.
Okay.
Okay, that's the reason I gave login object tab, separate table I created, login object tab. Username text box, password text box, connected to combo box, login button, clear button, cancel button.
Okay.
Next, valid input table, correct username, correct password. After entering correct username, correct password, what is expecting? Actual value, what is? Valid input table. Valid input table means correct username, correct password. Invalid input table means wrong username, wrong password. Invalid input table means wrong username, wrong password.
Okay.
invalid input table, wrong username, wrong password. Separately I attached.
సో ఇలా టేబుల్స్ వేసుకోవాలా? మళ్ళీ
Yes,
వ్యాలిడ్
compulsory.
టేబుల్, ఇన్వాలిడ్ టేబుల్ కూడా
Yes,
వేసుకోవాలా
which one
మనం?
is correct username, which one is wrong username, how we know? So separately we need to mention the separate table.
ఓకే.
Right. Now concentrate on test cases. Right. Check for the availability of all the objects as per the login object tab. Expected value. All the objects must be available as per the login object tab. All the objects are available as per the login object tab. So customer
ఓకే.
he didn't mention the availability, spelling, and color, consistency. That is the basic things. Compulsory test engineer should test the fields. Okay.
ఓకే.
Check for the consistency of the all the objects. Second one. All the objects must be consistent with each other. Actual value.
వాట్ డు మీన్ బై
Development application.
కన్సిస్టెన్సీ?
Yeah.
వాట్ డు మీన్ బై కన్సిస్టెన్సీ?
Consistency means one button is very small, one button is very big. So there is no consistency. So this is,
ఓకే.
for example, this is the application. So here some buttons is there. So one button is small, one button is very big, another button is
ఓకే.
very small. So that is not consistency.
ఓకే.
Check for the consistency of the all the objects. All the objects must be consistent with each other. All the objects are consistent with each other. So pass. Check for the spelling of the all the object as per the login object tab. All the objects must be spelled properly as per the login object tab. All the objects are spelled properly.
ఓకే.
Check for the enabled property of login and clear and cancel buttons. Initially login clear must be disabled and cancel button must be enabled. Login clear and cancel buttons are enabled. So fail. Actually customer
ఓకే.
is said whenever invoke the login skin, login and so initially login clear must be disabled and cancel always enabled. That is customer requirement. But here is
ఓకే.
login clear cancel buttons are enabled. So both are not
ఓకే.
match. So fail.
ఓకే.
Check for the initial position of the cursor. Customer said that initially the cursor must be placed in the position in the username field. Initially the cursor is present in the username field. Pass. Okay. Next. Fifth one, positive test case. Enter some information into username and password field and check for the enabled property of login button. Login button must be enabled. Login button is enabled. So pass. Enter some information into any of the field and check for the enabled property of clear button. Clear button must be enabled. Clear button is enabled. So pass.
ఓకే.
Enter username password and correct username, correct password and click on login button. Corresponding page must be displayed. If it is home, admin user home page, sorry, if it is admin user admin page, if it is normal user home page must be displayed. That's the reason we are writing here corresponding page.
ఓకే.
Okay, got it?
ఓకే.
Next, ninth one. Enter username password, correct username, correct password and select a database option and click on login button. Corresponding page must be displayed as per the valid input table with the mentioned database connection. Corresponding pages are displayed as per the valid input table with the mentioned database connection. Pass. 10th. Enter some information into any of the field and click on click on the clear button. All the fields must be cleared and cursor should be placed in the username field. All the fields are cleared but cursor not placed in the username field. All the fields are cleared but cursor not placed in the username field. Next, click on the cancel button. Login screen should be closed. Login screen should be closed. Login screen is closed. So pass. The tabbing order of the check for the tabbing order of the all the object. The tabbing order must be as follows: username, password, connect to, login, clear, cancel. Tabbing order as follows: username, password, connect to, login, clear, cancel. Pass. Enter username, password, wrong username, wrong password and click on login button. Corresponding message should be displayed as per the invalid input table. Corresponding error messages are not displayed. So fail. 14th, native. Enter information only into the username field and check for the enabled property of login button. Login button must be disabled. Login button is enabled. So fail. Enter some information only in the password field and check for the enabled property of login button. Login button must be disabled. Login button is enabled. So fail.
ఓకే.
So after getting use case document, it will be very easy. Without use case document, it will be very hard. Got it?
Okay. Okay, sir.
That is use case document. Very, very, very important use case and the test cases. So tomorrow
Okay.
also we will discuss general test cases, real-time test cases. Just observe,
Okay.
go through this document, read the use cases and the test cases, requirements, use cases and the test cases, come with content, and we could go for next.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, sir.
That is today's session. So if it is this recorded file, if you want this recorded file,